All right, so we are doing electric circuit. Okay, so in an electric circuit, it's just like a system. We learn about system, right? So system is made up of many parts for it to function. Similarly, for the electric system or electrical system, we are actually going to learn about all the various parts. Okay, so you need not be too worried about this. It's not going to be difficult. In fact, it's very fun when you are able to do the circuits inside the science lab. Okay, so I hope you get a chance to do all the setup. Okay, you fix your own circuit, you can connect the wires, batteries, and the light bulbs, yeah? So you see a very simple electric circuit here, right? You have the battery. Okay, all of you are familiar with batteries, right? I even have a few right in front of me. Okay, Juan Jason is here. Let me admit him, mark his attendance. Okay. Hi, Jason. So if you take a good look at batteries, right? Hi, morning. Now you will see that there's a plus sign and a minus sign. Correct or not? Have you all observed that? You all take batteries and then you look at it, read what is on the battery. I do. Okay, so there is a plus sign and a minus sign. Okay, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit about those parts later. Okay, so the bulb in this circuit actually lights up because of the battery providing the energy. So you have to know something about the battery, okay? It actually provides the energy in the entire circuit. Because of the battery, that's why the bulb can light up. So if the battery is used up, we say that the battery is dead, right? Do you think the bulb can still light up? Cannot. Yes, you're right. Okay, so you got to know this. It is the battery that provides the energy in the circuit. Now, there's also this piece of wire. Okay, there's this piece of wire connecting the light bulb to the battery. Do you see the way it is being connected? Okay, you can also see the white dashed line, isn't it? This is the flow of the current. So your wire must be connected here to the bulb. This is called the metal casing of the bulb. Later we study the parts. Then the bottom of the bulb, okay, which is the metal tip, is connected to the battery. The different parts of the circuit actually perform different functions. You must know what are the parts and what are the functions that they perform. So if we were to look at this one, okay, battery now, positive terminal, negative terminal. So positive terminal is where you have the plus sign. Negative terminal is where you have the minus sign. Okay, so you must know there are two terminals and the way you actually arrange them is important. You understand? Very important. Wheeler will be able to tell you because he's already doing this in school. Okay, the teacher sure emphasize when you draw the battery, you have to make sure you're drawing it in the right direction. Okay, now this is the source of energy I said earlier. Now there are wires in an electric circuit. What are the functions of the wire? It connects the various electrical parts together so that current can flow. Okay, so current can flow. If current cannot flow, then the bulb cannot light up. Clear? So this is usually made of copper. And something interesting about copper, this copper wire, right? It is pinkish brown in color, as you can see in the diagram. And this is the only metal with this color. Did you all know? Usually it's all silver, right? Then gold is gold, right? But then copper is pinkish brown. You must know this. Okay, and you're going to learn about the colors, etc. for secondary school. Okay, why copper is used to make wires? How come not other metal? Because copper is very affordable. That means it's not expensive. It's very affordable. It conducts electricity very, very well. Right. Maybe I share with you, I have seen wires, they made of gold and silver, and they are extremely expensive. You know, one tiny piece of this length of gold wire, right? That means the inside here is all gold, you know. You know how much it costs? It costs hundreds of dollars for one small piece. And only people who are very much into music, they want to listen to good music, clear music, they will buy these wires, and then they will connect the electrical player, etc., to the speaker. Well, I tell you, their setup is extremely expensive. The whole setup, right, in their sound room, they have a special sound room just to listen to good music. Okay, it causes like 5-digit, tens of thousands of dollars. I have seen. I went to a friend's house, extremely rich. Okay, I was looking at the sound system. Okay, I didn't want to stay there for too long. I scared, accidentally, if I bump into anything, I break anything, I have no money to pay back. Okay, even if I have money to pay back, I'll be crying all the way. Okay, so you have to understand all these things. Sometimes certain things can be very expensive. They look like they are not, but actually they are. Okay, so things you need to remember. Copper wire are the most common ones. Okay, when you study this topic in school, you can share with your teacher. I know that some wires actually have gold inside. And it's those people who love music. Okay, they will buy these wires. Okay, show your teacher you know something extra. Can? Go and share with your teacher, okay? Yeah, see whether your teacher knows or not. Miss Tay knows because coincidentally, I went to a friend's house. Then they told me that, oh, you don't look at these wires, are just wires, they are very expensive. I said, why? Wires? How can wires be expensive? Then I know why, okay? Because it's made of gold inside. Next, now we are talking about these light bulb. I told you the various parts are important here. See, the metal casing. I mentioned metal casing and then metal tip. The way we connect wires, okay, to the light bulb and to the battery will be important. Later on, when you play Kahoot, you will understand what I mean. I will ask you a question on how you connect all these things, You must know one part of the wire must be connected to the metal casing. The other part must be connected to the metal tip. You know why not? Because if you don't connect in this way, your bulb will not light up. Okay, I will show you the example. All right. So when the metal casing and metal tip are connected properly in a circuit, electric current flows through the filament. Can you see where the filament is? Yeah, it is over here. Okay, the filament is here. Okay, when the current flows through, the filament will glow. It will glow so brightly that it looks like it's giving out light. That's how we get our light. It's because the filament glows. You understand? Okay, the filament is the important part, very important part of the light bulb, right? It's glowing so brightly. That's why you cannot touch the glass of the bulb. How many of you have touched it before? A very hot light bulb. Yeah, Kenny's did, right? Were you shocked? I got a shock. I burned my finger when I was young. When I was young, all right, my parents don't have a lot of money. We use this kind of light bulbs at home also, So when my father actually changed one of the light bulb, okay, he placed it on the table. Itchy hand, right? Small kids, so curious about everything. So my itchy hand go and touch it. And then ouch, so loudly because it was so painful. And then I got a blister on my finger. It is extremely hot. Okay, be very careful. In the science lab, I think you're going to work with light bulbs like this, very tiny. Okay, very tiny. And then I think, if I'm not wrong, wait, look, you have connected these, right? Correct? Yeah, very fun. So you're going to explore a lot of things. Now, Miss Tay cannot give you the light bulb for you to play with right now, but I can show you something. Okay, so let me show you. All right, I'm going to share my screen later. Yes.
In our school, there's this thing called the electrical set.
Yes, correct. I know.
You get to play with the wires and stuff.
Yeah, I have it too. I bought it for my children to play as well. I know it's very interesting. It's extremely fun to play with it. I'm going to show you something. Okay, I'm going to show you something which I will give you the link later. You're going to play with your own circuit. Okay, these are not the real wires, not the real light bulbs for you to play with, but you're going to use this. Okay, later I'll give you the link to this app. Okay, I told you already the bulb must be connected the right way, isn't it? So these are wires. The brown lines here are wires. Can y'all see? Can see, yeah? Then you have a battery here. You have two light bulbs here. You see one of the light bulb, right? See how the wire is connected. both wires connected to the metal tip. Do you see that? Another light bulb, you have one wire connecting to the metal casing. Another wire at the metal tip. Yeah, so when I close the switch, you can see this is the switch. You have the names here. What will happen? Take a look. Okay. Do you see that this bulb lights up? The other one doesn't, right? Yeah, because the connection is wrong. So this is what happens when you don't connect it properly. The arrows that are moving is actually representative of the current. This is how current flows. Do you understand better now? This is how the current flows. So, Wei-Le, do you get a chance to play with this? Not yet, huh? You did, Did you play with this app yourself? No, but you set up the wire and the light bulb and the switch, right? Yeah. So when you are in school, I want you all to try this because I can't physically let you handle some wires now, right? So when you are in school, you can try to place the wire this way. You will see that your bulb cannot light up because of the setup of the light bulb inside. The wiring. Candice did it already. Good. You had fun, right? Yeah. So this is how the current actually flows. So I can disconnect this circuit, right? By opening this switch. Clear? So this is how you do it. You might be wondering, how do you set this thing up? Correct? Let me show you how it's being set up. See, I click on this part which is joined. I can use the scissors and disconnect the circuit. This is how I can do it. So you can do the same thing also. I will bring one wire. See, when I point my mouse to the wire, right? I click on it, I drag it out. I have one piece of wire to play with. Okay, so I can connect by just bringing them close together. This is connected. Okay, and then I can connect this part also. I can even adjust, see, I want to dance, you can dance for me. But okay lah, just to entertain you a bit. Okay, so this is how we can actually connect the wires, the batteries, the light bulbs, and the switches. Okay, so later that you play with this, if I give you the link now, I tell you you're going to play with this circuit the whole lesson. So I can't give it to you yet. Right? Promise me you don't do it first. I'll send it to you later. And I'm going to show you more of the circuits as well. All right, so let's come back to the slides. Jessian, yes.
I think I might have found it online before you already showed up.
Yeah, it is a very common one. But the thing is, not many teachers show this. But I believe your teacher will. Okay, not many teachers show this. Okay, but I always like students to play with this. Why? Because in terms of bring the wires and the light bulbs and the batteries to the classroom, it is so tedious. You know what I mean or not? When your teacher tried to distribute something to the class, the whole class got so excited, isn't it? So this is the part. If we cannot distribute the components in time, we can't conduct the lesson. So usually I like to show this thing first. Okay, then I let students play with it at home. Okay, so they will go home and then play with this app, this software. After that, when they come to school to connect the wires and all, they are more ready. Okay, so this is what you can do. Get yourself ready by practicing. Hold on. Okay, another student is here. Let me just admit her. And do you see my slides now? You do, You can see my slides now, Can, Okay, good. Wei-Le says can. The rest of you can see, right? All right. So come back to this part. You saw how the light actually glow off the bulb, right? Okay. So this is the part. Let me show you. That's my mouse. Okay. Right. So the connection inside the bulb. This is what you cannot see. Okay, I also cannot see. When I look at my light bulb, I can't see what is inside. But if, let's say, this is like an X-ray kind of diagram, X-ray allow you to see what is inside of our body, right? Same thing. So if I have, right, okay, C1, no problem. Okay, quickly get ready now. Right, so if you take a look, if I connect my wire here, remember the metal casing, then electricity can flow through